everybody. How you doing? Just a quick shout out to a lad who watches all my videos. It's his birthday tomorrow. I have sent you a birthday message on Instagram, mate. Sung it to you, yeah? In a Viking fashion. But, Daniel, happy 17th birthday for tomorrow. I hope you have a banging day, lad. Much love and respect from the Danny G, yeah? Stay strong, brother. Also, my niece, Sarah Marvin, I'll do a video for you later. She's decided she wants to start getting fit again. So I'm going to do her an easy home workout to start with, and then I'll keep updating it as she gets stronger and fitter. Right, this video today is about adrenochrome. Right, I've already researched adrenochrome before, didn't go deeply into it, gone more deeply into it this time. I'm going to tell you what I found out. Now, what I found out, I'm going to tell you the truth that adrenochrome definitely is, yeah? But then I'm going to tell you about some of these crazy conspiracy theories that I've been led down this morning. And then at the end, I'm going to lead you on to what I probably think is actually happening, if anything like that is happening, because some of this shit is crazy. So what I'm saying now, at the beginning, we're going to start with what adrenochrome is. So adrenochrome is adrenaline taken directly from the adrenal gland of a human, yeah? And it's taken directly from the adrenal gland of a human, and it's oxidized. There you go. Right. So yeah, it's oxidized adrenaline, basically. Right. Now, it is real. It's out there on the market. You can actually buy it if you've got like a like a medical document, or like to say that you're doing research in adrenochrome. You can actually buy it, yeah, off Google, right? I've already had a look. You can get it, but you need some kind of proof of what you're doing with it. Now, where it leads down this satanic, child-stealing, frigging paedophilia craziness this is what is believed. So, adrenochrome is a drug, right? It's very, very potent. From what I've read, it's extremely potent, more potent than like crack and cocaine and stuff like that. But you don't get actually addicted to it, yeah? Right? But if you take too much of it, it can cause schizophrenia and psychoactive shit going on in your brain. It can basically make you a nutter, an absolute psychopath, yeah, if you take too much of it. But it is very, very highly potent. Like I said, it comes out the adrenal gland of a human. So I would imagine the adrenal gland is just above your kidneys, and I would imagine that basically if you scare somebody to death, they will release masses of adrenaline, and then if you take that out of the adrenal gland, you would have a super amplified 2, 3, 4 mil or whatever of adrenaline, yeah? Once oxidized, I would imagine it creates a much more potent effect than just your own adrenaline in your body. And then injected, I would imagine it would feel like, do you know when you're like in a hypersensitive situation, your adrenaline starts pumping, you start shaking, and you actually feel stronger, and you get hypersensitive to noise and stuff. Well, I do anyway. When my adrenaline starts pumping, I start to feel like an absolute beast. Yeah, right? I would imagine that times probably 20 or something. Do you know what I mean? Right? So you can imagine how much of a potent drug that would be. Now, the elites, obviously, Hollywood and all that shit, can get their hands on adrenochrome whenever they want. So they probably have been taking adrenochrome for a long time. That might actually explain why sometimes you see celebrities, yeah, and after a certain amount of time of them being famous, they start to go absolutely fucking psychotic, start to do crazy things in interviews. Well, maybe that's because they've been taking adrenochrome. When we go further down the satanic path, wow, some of this shit I found out. So apparently, and this is just speculation, yeah, I don't believe this. This is not what I believe, but this is speculation. This is what I've found out. This is where you're going to have to make up your own minds on this shit and use some of your own research. But I'm going to tell you what I found. So apparently, there's still children that perform satanic rituals on them, yeah, right? That's going to be some scary shit. I would imagine it's rape and torture and all kinds of madness. That releases masses of adrenaline to the adrenal gland, yeah? They then kill the kid. Just before they kill the kid, they take the adrenaline out of the adrenal gland. Yeah, right. Then obviously they also drink the blood from the young because of the plasma. The young plasma makes them feel younger. Yeah, and they're supposed to be eating certain parts of the body during these satanic rituals. That is so nuts, isn't it? That is so far-fetched. Yeah, right. But That is apparently what is happening with all these missing kids, with this elite and everything, yeah. They're not only paedophiling them and raping them, they're actually cutting them up and drinking the blood and taking organs out and all kinds of madness, yeah, right? And it makes them younger, apparently. Now, going into a little bit of science behind this, I do know that if you take young plasma out of blood and, say, put it into me, do you know what I mean, right? It would obviously make my blood younger, make my blood run more smoothly through my heart. It would probably cure some little illnesses they had within inside me, because it's new, brand new plasma, brand new blood, yeah? So all the nutrients and everything within that blood will be a lot more potent than mine. We also know, I mean, you can go onto Google and check this, right? Stem cell therapy. Now, stem cell therapy is not legal in like America or England. You have to go to South America to have it. But say if you've got a smashed hip, yeah, it will repair the hip. That ain't no joke. Stem cell therapy is a real thing, right? And you can get stem cells out of a living human. The younger the human, the more potent the stem cells are, yeah? The more programmable they are. Because that's the thing with stem cells. Stem cells, when taken out of a like embryo or a umbilical cord, they're brand new. So they can be programmed. I'm not going to go into how they're programmed, but they can be programmed to target something specific in the body. So it would be imagine that if you're taking stem cells in massive amounts out of young people, yeah, young kids, you would be able to program them stem cells into whatever you wanted, to de-age you, whatever, make your skin better, eyesight, whatever you want to use it for, right? Also mixed with bone marrow. Well, obviously, if you have certain types of cancer, how do they cure it? Bone marrow. Do you know what I mean? Bone marrow is a potent thing. So if you put brand new bone marrow into an adult like me, I would imagine that would also have some de-aging effects. That would also have some like elixir of life effects. Yeah. So if you mix like adrenochrome with bone marrow, with stem cells, with brand new plasma, I would imagine that you would obviously get some extreme health benefits from this shit, right? I mean, I would never do that. I'm just telling you from the scientific point of view, what would happen if you ingested all this stuff. But are people sat there eating children and ingesting it like that? No, no, they're not. They're not. I would imagine if there is a problem of this happening to children in the world, if there is, and I don't know if it is, yeah, I'm just going like where I would think it would go to, it would be done in a lab. They would take all this stuff, they would harvest it, and they would put the adrenochrome and the stem cells and the good shit from the bone marrow and the fresh plasma all into one thing that you would inject into you, and it would have all the effects. I don't think they're going to be sat there worshipping the freaking devil and drinking blood like vampires. I really don't, right? But what adrenochrome is, just adrenochrome, it's a drug. It's an adrenal drug, yeah, that apparently is mega potent. I don't know the effects of it because I've never took it, obviously, right? But apparently it's mega potent, makes you high as a mother, and you don't get addicted to it like you do with crack or cocaine. But as we all know, crack and cocaine will get your mind addicted and then the body, right? So if you try to come off crack or try to come off smack, heroin, yeah, your body will fight you. And that's why you see all these crackheads fucking like this when they're trying to come off it and they're shivering and throwing up everything, yeah? That's because the body is craving that bad for it, it's making you ill to make you take it, right? So if this isn't having no effect on the body, it's still having an effect on the brain. And I have looked into it, and if you take too much adrenochrome, you are schizophrenic and a psycho. Psycho and schizo. Psycho and schizo, right? If you take too much adrenochrome, yeah? And it is a real thing. It's not made up. It's a real thing. It's something that it's basically adrenaline taken out of the body and oxidized, yeah? And it creates a new chemical compound which can be taken as a drug. But even though it's not bodily addictive, I would imagine the effects are addictive up here on the mind. I don't know what it does to you, but if it gives you like a euphoric, amazing feeling, then they're going to get addicted up here. So it is addictive. So don't try and tell me it's not addictive. Anything that makes you feel better than what you normally feel is fucking addictive, let me tell you. That's why I smoke weed, because it chills me the fuck out. I wouldn't smoke it otherwise, would I? If it had no effect, I wouldn't smoke it, would I? I smoke weed because it chills me the fuck out. That's why I smoke weed. So it'd be the same with this adrenochrome shit. This adrenochrome is just a drug, right? There are loads of children going missing. We are finding loads of paedophiles out there. We may go deeper into this and find that they are harvesting stuff from children and these rich and elite are taking it in like a steroid form. You know, like you'd buy testosterone and you take it in a needle. Maybe this shit all combined comes in a bottle, very expensive, I would imagine, can probably only be bought on the black market, and you inject this shit and it makes you younger for longer, you live for longer, you get better health and all that kind of shit. Maybe that is what is going on. But I can't tell you that that is what is going on because I don't know. I know what adrenochrome is now. I know exactly what it is now, right? And I know it's real. I do know that stem cell therapy is 100% real. I do know that bone marrow is used in some cancer cases, right? And I do know the effects of all this stuff. Put it combined into one chemical. And I would imagine that would be what we would call the Holy Grail. The elixir of life. But is it ethical, the way you're getting it? No, of course it's not. Is it humane, the way you're getting it? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. If what the conspiracy theorists are saying is true, and they're taking children, killing them, and harvesting everything that's in their body to make themselves younger, well, if there's a heaven and a hell, guess where you motherfuckers are going? Hell. You're going to hell. And it's not just that, yeah? If the world find out, if this shit is true, I don't know if it's true, I'm not saying it's true, yeah? I'm not, right? I'm saying some of these things that you could take out of a youngster are definitely true, and they would have very good health effects on an adult. I know that scientifically, right? But I'm not saying that this shit is true. But if it was true, and the world do find out about it eventually, and it comes out, whoa, you lot are going to get murdered, burned and all sorts, man. Do you know what I mean? Seriously, you're going to go from such a wonderful elite life where you've got everything you wanted and all the money in the world to people chasing you down the road with pitchforks, mate. Is it worth it? If heaven and hell is real, or even if it's not heaven and hell, if it's just something else, but you go somewhere after life, yeah? You are going to get judged so harshly. For what? An extra 10, 20 years? You're going to cause all that misery, all that heartache. For what? An extra 20 years on your life? Come on, man. You haven't got enough already with the millions that you've got in the bank. You have to start taking children. And even if this like youthful drug isn't real, yeah, they're still taking children and raping them, aren't they? We all know this. They're all fiddling the fuck out of everybody. They're everywhere, these pedos, man. They're everywhere. They're in government. They're in Hollywood. They're higher than government. They're your doctors. They're your surgeons. They're your vicar. They're everywhere. And it's always children. And why is it children? Because children can't fight back. They can't really fight back, can they? So these predatorial pieces of shit, predator on young ones because they can't fight back. They haven't necessarily got a voice yet because they're not an adult. The world's one fucked up place full of fucked up people. I fucking swear to God, the more shit I find out, yeah, the more disappointed I am in some people, some humanity. Where's the humanity in the world? Come on. You can't be going around raping kids and killing kids. You can't be going around fucking mass murdering people. You can't be going around bombing countries just because you want to. You can't be going around releasing viruses to people. We can't be letting the fucking kids in Africa keep starving. The world needs to stand up. Listen. It's disgusting. The world is disgusting. I knew the world was fucked up. But I didn't know it was this bad. I didn't know I was surrounded by this much filth. I didn't know I was surrounded by this many pieces of dirt. I didn't know there was in every facet of government, every facet of England, every facet of America, every facet of the world. I didn't know there was that many. Jesus. Anyway, that's adrenochrome. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make your own theories on this. Make your own results on this. Do you know what I mean? Do your own research. And let me know what you think in the comments. Next video soon. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. Peace out.